Welcome to Reread. It's time to talk about the Ewoks comic books, issues 11 to 14. This is the last of their series as well. And do you have to read droids from here to here, and then from here to here, and then read it? No, you don't. You can read them back to back. You can read all the droids, then you can read all the Ewoks. You may want to read part 1 and part 2 of their adventures back to back, but other than that, you can read them in any order you really want. I'm just trying to put it in an order as best I know how. That's going to make a lot of people happy. So in issue 11, the Fleabogs give Kenesha, which are these tiny little insects, they give Kenesha a damsel flower that shrinks her down to size. Again, oh my gosh, how many dangerous plants are on Endor? And wouldn't you know, Logray doesn't have the magic in time. He uses the magic crystal from the Ewoks adventure. The little spinning top that shows where they are. He sees Kenesha. She was so small she fell through the cracks and onto the Ewok floor, which was a long drop, but I guess since she's tiny, she was okay. And the Fleabogs, I guess, are waiting for her because they knew she was going to drop at that exact moment in that exact area. It's a cartoon, comic book series. So they capture her and take her with them. He shrinks Tebow and Wicked down to size, gives them the little powder because Logray does have some left that will return them back to normal size. And they have to go after and save Kenesha. Well, it looks like the Fleabogs are trying to get the Ewoks to save them from a threat from another insect. It looks like a space scorpion or whatnot. And it's not very big, you know, but when everyone's super shrinking small, it's a big threat to them. So what Tebow and Wicked do is they decide to give it some of the dust to make it big. And it's so big that it scares itself and runs away. I thought, oh no, now when it's really big, now the Ewoks are going to have to battle it, you know, because it's now their size. No, it just runs away. And the Fleabogs are happy, and Kenesha and Tebow and Wicked are all turned back to normal, and you're thinking, what was the point? I'm kidding. It's fine. It's a children's story here. The next one has Morag. She traps Logray in a pool. He for some reason, he takes off his little cloak, but he's wearing Ewok diapers. Oh, these little Ewok trunks. I guess. I don't know. You weren't wearing pants previous there, bud. But he gets in there and he sits down. He's like, oh man, this is so much fun. You know, I'm relaxing finally. Well, I think he says like whoopee or something when he jumps in there. and Wicked and Kenesha are like, did he just say whoopee? You know, and she turns it into like a tar pit for him. Meanwhile, she has this thorny bush that becomes a monster that terrorizes the Ewoks. She's trying to destroy the Ewoks with Logray getting trapped. And since he can't grab his staff, he has Wicked get it, and Wicked uses the staff to try to summon magic against this beast. But Morag is just more experienced and with magic. So Wicked and Kenesha are on the run. Wicked decides to use his wits to outwit the beast. And since this monster grabs grass wherever it soaks up nature, wherever it goes, he decides to bring it into the swamp where it soaks up too much swamp water and explodes on its own. And, you know, Wicked saves the day again, because now that Morag's evil spell was broken, so is the tar pit broken, and so Logray can get out and thank Wicked for saving them yet again. If you look at the Ewoks cartoon series and this comic book series, Wicked and Tebow should be made the king, and Kenesha. They should be the rulers of the tribe because they're always saving them, it seems like, in every instance. The next one, Wicked fails a warrior test due to the king of the Dulok's son, who basically, he wants the sun crystal is something, a symbol that they use to anoint Ewok warriors, and the Dulok king's son really wants that sun crystal. Well, he sabotages Wicked's attempt to, go through the trials, and in that attempt, when he fails, Wicked falls. He cuts Wicked's rope. Wicked falls and crashes, and the sun crystal breaks into a million pieces. Well, Wicked is upset, and he wants the tribe is disappointed in him for failing or for not securing his rope before doing the test. And he doesn't know what happened. He doesn't know, he got bamboozled out of it by the Dulok son. So he goes into the dangerous cave. He goes on a quest to get another sun crystal, and then he finds the king's son is with him. They capture a sun crystal, but the king's son gets trapped. It looks like he's not going to make it out of the cave in time. So Wicked saves him, not once, but I think twice in this. And in the event of the second time he saves him, he loses the sun crystal that he just saved. It broke again. And he's so upset. Well, then the Ewoks realize that the king's son was the reason that Wicked failed the trial, and that he did something even braver. And that the sun crystal, even though that one person was really mad about it, it is just an emblem. So they give him a shard of it to give as his like merit badge, like he's got a Cub Scout badges and everything. So he can have this little badge of the shard crystal to show that he is made warrior status and whatnot. Meanwhile, the king of the Dulocks is very upset at his son, and he's going to get a spanking. So I guess it all evens out. And then in the last comic book, Teebo becomes the chief of the tribe for the day. I guess they randomly select someone when Chief Chirpa leaves. He randomly selects someone to be the chief, because you never know what could happen to Chief Chirpa if he dies. Who's going to take over? Well, didn't earlier you say Kanisha is going to be the heir to the tribe? I don't know. Either way, though, they draw a name out of a hat, and it happens to be Teebo, and no one trusts Teebo. And of course, Teebo is messing up everything, and it's Teebo. This is the whole story where Teebo goes away. He's all sad. Space invaders come and kidnap they put these crystals on everyone's neck, and that turns them into mindless, zombies or whatnot, and they obey whatever the space invaders say. Well, Teebo, this is a weird thing. Teebo wrestles with Wicked. Wicked was sent to kill Teebo because he's a kill that Ewok. And Wicked doesn't want to, but he has to. He has to obey the crystal around his neck. Teebo gets the crystal off his neck and says, I got a plan. And the next scene, Wicked has the crystal on again. He's like, what? What's he doing? And then Teebo goes, shoot the space invader. And Wicked goes, okay. So whoever puts the necklace on you, I guess, is your master. Because they can't countermand that request. I'm going, what? yeah, a little snare, a little problem there in your whole plan there is your crystals will obey anyone, not just you, anyone who puts so I could take it off and then put them on them, and now they'd obey me. Again, I'm not going to argue with the science of all this. It's a children's comic book series. At the end, they have some kind of bonus comic book in there in the omnibus of Return of the Jedi. It's basically just a rehash of Return of the Jedi. I don't even know why it's in there, but I guess they just did it to fill some more pages. Either way, though, Ewoks comic books, just the same as Droids. They're a lot of fun. If you love the cartoon series, you'll like it. Even if you didn't follow the cartoon series, they're fun for what they are. Not necessary to get, not necessary to read. They really don't connect to anything else in the EU. But for me, they're incredibly fun to read through, and to reread through them again was excellent. Excellent. All right, folks, that's it for now. See you later.